Hey Eugenia, it's Dustin. I know it's been a little bit since I've done a video, but I wanted to do a cool little video here showing you some cool stuff that I got. Just I hope you'll find interesting. Um, I've been wanting to make a video for a while, but this summer was kind of hard and I was just not able to do a lot of stuff. So I've been playing catch up this past month since we got into a cooler part of year. And since we're past the heat and the sun, which I have a really hard time with, I've been doing more stuff, and I'm like, oh, I think it's a good time now that I can start to do a video again. So I'm happy to be making this video for you, Eugenia. And so I got my Uncle Harry. He lives down in San Diego. Well, he lives in La Jolla. You've been to La Jolla. I remember a few years ago when you made the video about La Jolla. But he lives down there with his wife Kay, and my cousin, which is his daughter Kimberly. She lives down there with her husband and family. And my Uncle Harry, he's really big into photography, like me. He's been big into it his whole life. And he's been like all over the world and like many places. He's even been to Antarctica. So let's see, I know he's been to many places in North America here, but I mean, he's been to South America, and like I said, he's been to Antarctica, which is really amazing. Not many people get to go and see Antarctica. So he got to see all the penguins there, and he flew to the south tip of South America in order to take this boat that goes across the Antarctic Sea to get to Antarctica, which he said was a harrowing journey because it was very stormy and it is freezing cold going across those waters from South America tip to Antarctica. He said he was pretty sick, in the ship, because the ship is all over the place, going through the waves and everything. He said it was nuts, the gale force winds and everything. But when he finally got to Antarctica, it was very much worth it. So I guess he got many awesome shots when he got to Antarctica with his camera. And he went with an expedition. There's a famous photographer, his name is Thomas Mangelson, and he has a gallery. One of his galleries is down in La Jolla, so he knew this photographer, Thomas Mangelson, and he was one of the people to go on the expedition down to Antarctica with Thomas Mangelson. So he went with him and his whole crew, and because Mangelson's down there to, do photography and take pictures of all kinds of rare things down in that frigid continent. So he got to go and he took pictures as well and everything else, which is awesome. And then he's also been to like the Galapagos Islands, many places in Europe, like Germany. Remember, he was going on this river trip down, I think it's the Rhine River, which is really cool. There's lots of castles and everything. It's beautiful along the Rhine River. So, he was doing that. He's done other stuff too. But what I'm getting at with all this is he actually gifted me his camera that he's taken all over the world, which I thought was so amazing that he wanted to give me his camera, all his lenses, his pack, all his equipment. I'm just like, I can't even believe that, so because I don't think he's doing that heavy photography stuff anymore. I think he's 80 now, and he's kind of not doing those expeditions anymore. So I think he just uses his iPhone, which iPhones take really good pictures, especially the Pro Max. I think that's what he uses. So, and I know, Eugenia, because of your job, you are heavy in, well, I'd say pretty heavy into photography and videography, because you're always making videos and taking, you know, I call the pictures you take like modeling pictures, because, you know, you're modeling with different outfits and makeup looks and everything. So yeah, you're doing all that kind of stuff. And I know you have like a Canon T6i, the Rebel, which is an amazing camera. I think it's like a 20 megapixel camera. It's a nice camera. You know, I was checking out the specs online about it. And then I think you bought a Sony, what was it? A Sony A7 or 7000, something like that. I'm not too familiar on Sony cameras, so I know you got a couple of DSLR cameras. But I know now, because of TikTok, you use mainly your iPhone, which I think is a Pro Max, and they have very good cameras on the iPhone. So I just thought I would show you the camera and all the gear that he gave me, which is so cool. I've been kind of checking it out, trying to figure out how it all works, because I have my iPhone camera, and then I have what I'm shooting this video on, my Canon G7X, which you also have. And I love both those cameras, but I've always wanted like a dedicated DSLR camera with the changeable lenses, so that I can do photography to its max level. And that's kind of what my Uncle Harry wanted for me, because he knows I'm big into photography and, you know, I've told him I make, you know, YouTube videos sometimes too. Yeah. So, and I've sent him, you know, my pictures that I've taken over the years, and he loves my pictures. So he decided to gift me, since he's not using it anymore, his whole camera equipment set up. So I was gonna show you here. So let me get it. I think you can see back here, I got my Halloween tree going on. Got the pumpkin, and yeah, I got something else new I'll show you after this video, or at the end of the video. So let me get the camera real quick. First, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how it all fits in this pack, because this camera bag is so heavy duty. I mean, it's for taking on really, you know, hardcore excursions into the mountains, forest, you know, glaciers like in Antarctica or the desert. I mean, this is a tough pack, and it has everything all compartmentalized for all the accessories and everything. So let me grab the camera and just show you everything in the pack first, and then I'll take this stuff out. So try to zoom in here a little. The pack, as you can see, says it's a Tamrac. I think Tamrac makes lenses, like big telephoto lenses and stuff. So this is his pack that he's taken everywhere, and it's still in pretty good condition. You know, it's a pretty heavy duty bag, plenty of zippers and pockets and everything like that. So when you open it, here's how the camera fits in here. So as you can see, here's the camera right here. And it's a Canon EOS. I think it's a 30D. Their Canon EOS line, I love Canon cameras. So I was really happy when I heard it's a Canon and that he was giving me. So you can see that it fits down in like this, and these straps here hold it in place. So, and here's one of the telephoto lenses he has right back here. So the telephoto lens can fit back in there, and then the camera fits here with the lens that's on it. And you got all these compartments here. Like, these take compact flash cards, which I think are older, but compact flashes works great, you know. He has all the adapters in here, and then some lens filters, which I don't fully know how to use yet. This is compact flash to iPhone or iPad, so you can adapt that. And I think this is a special charging system, and it gives you optional ports as well to connect with this. So I have not tried to use this device yet, but yeah. And all the batteries go back in this department. So he has all sorts of little things to help you clean your camera and keep it functioning properly. See, he's got some cotton swabs. Then he's got, you know, other battery packs in here. So he's got a bunch of battery packs, which is great. Oh, more filters. I guess he used a lot of filters. I don't know a lot how filters work, but I know you put them on the end of the lens to give a certain effect. So, and here's the charger back here. And I think this is just like a cleaning cloth, you know, chamois. And you got this. This is a little blow thing to I think it blows like dust or little debris off the lens, so you don't have to like clean it with that. So you can just give it a puff of air and it'll clean the lens off, which is cool. That's handy. He's got more lens caps back here. Oh, I think this is maintenance information. He's got a little screwdriver here, just in case he needs to take the front mirror housing off or whatever, you know, to work on any of that or whatever else. I haven't looked at what all this stuff is. Oh, there's the penguins. These are the penguins, these emperor penguins. He saw these when he was down in Antarctica. These emperor penguins are so beautiful. I would love to go down there and see these and film and take pictures. So, and then he's got more filters here. So he's got a lot of filters. And what else? I think this is another. This is like a power adapter. Oh yeah, he's got a power adapter for Europe in here and other countries. So he's got the transfer cable. But I love how this pack is all set up. It's just set up so cool with all the little compartments so you can take with you everything you need. You know, I think this pack weighs like, oh my god, I think it weighs like 17 or 18 pounds fully packed, which is nuts for a backpack. Then he's just got, you know, various things like bags up here. I think there's more maintenance information. There's pen and paper to write stuff on. And there's some other little accessories. So, yeah, he's fully accessorized. And let's see, here is the camera. I was playing with this yesterday. This thing is heavy. So, here, let me put the camera back on the stand. So, I think we got it there. So, here is the camera. I guess I'll try and focus on the camera there. So, here is the camera. But I'm sure your Canon T6i looks very similar. So, I'm sure to you, you've been around cameras like this quite a bit, Eugenia, because I know you've needed it for work for so long. So, yeah. So, this is a 17 to 85 millimeter lens, which, you know, I've been reading these 17, that, you know, that's a fairly wide, it's a wide aperture, you know, it's not ultra wide, but, you know, 17, that's pretty good. You can get some good landscapes in there and everything with 17. Trying to think, street photography and architecture, and it goes all the way up to 85 millimeter, which is really good for portraits, you know, like taking modeling pictures like what you do, Eugenia. And macro. So this macro is really good with zooming in on stuff like flowers, because I like to take pictures of flowers and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a pretty good standard lens, you know. It's the EFS mounting system, which I'm thinking your T6i is also, it's either EF or EFS mounting. So I had to get that to focus. So, and then if I turn this and I flip it around the front here, see if I can get it to there. And that's the shroud, the lens shroud. So I haven't really used a lens shroud, but you know, they say that for photography that really helps cut down on glare and lens flare reflection, like from sunlight and stuff like that. So yeah, been trying to take pictures and get used to this camera, because I haven't looked through a viewfinder in a while. I usually use the live view on a screen, you know. So, and I know your T6i does the live view where your screen flips out. This one doesn't have that. This is an older camera than yours. So on the back, it just has the regular LCD screen to review your pictures. And this camera does not do video. It is picture only. So it's a photographer's camera, you know, just taking pictures and stuff like that. So, and I'm sure when you turn yours on, it's very similar, like this one is. And you know, you just use this to go through the menu if you need to. And yeah, I'm sure your viewfinder is pretty similar to this one, you know. And you know, reviewing pictures in here, if I can, yeah, see. So, and then on the top, oh, it's not coming on. Oh, there it is. I love how Canon does this. I'm sure yours has this little screen on the top that you can, on the fly, set your aperture f-stop, you know, quickly. And you can do a lot of other things up here that I haven't really looked fully into how it all works, but I'm slowly learning, you know. So right now I have it in aperture priority mode because for some reason when I try and shoot in here, it wants to automatically pop the flash up, you know. I don't like flashes. I've never liked them. I just think it kind of makes you know, pictures look a little too washed out when a flash goes off. But sometimes you kind of need them. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, see that lights up. So you can look at what your shutter speed and what your ISO is set on. I think this only goes down to 4, f4. Not sure on 85. All the way zoomed in, the aperture only goes down to 5.6. So yeah, I want to get another lens for it though. So I want to get the standard 18 to 55 millimeter lens. I'm not sure what lens, Eugenia, you use for your shoots when you either take pictures or make a YouTube video, you know. Maybe you're using something like an 18 to 55 millimeter, but I'd like to get that. It has a larger aperture when it's all the way zoomed out. At 18, I think it's at 3.5, which is pretty good. And then I think that's better for like, because I want to do more low light nighttime photography as well. So yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to practice taking pictures with it. It's kind of a lot harder to get used to. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that did pretty good. The lighting is just not great in here, so I don't know if you can see it, but I mean, yeah, I want to take outdoor pictures with it because there's, you know, good light outside. So, but yeah, so that is the camera, and that's the lens that's on it right now. And there's also a UV filter lens on the front. And I was reading online, and yes, you can leave that on to take pictures. I mean, you'll still take great pictures. They say it could degrade quality slightly, or you could get a little bit of flare off of that front UV cap lens right there. See? So I'm not sure if I should take it off or not. I'm not sure if you use a filter, a UV filter on the front or not. I don't know. But I wish we lived close to each other, Eugenia, because, you know, we could go out and do like a photo shoot together or something, you know. Like I could take some pictures for you, or we could just take pictures of like nature stuff or whatever, you know. Because I'm sure you know a lot more than me about these Canon EOS cameras, because you've used one for a long time. So, but yeah, so that is the camera, and have to show you this too. This is a 70 to 300 millimeter lens. So this nice lens right here, this can really zoom in on like sports action if you're at a game, to get some really up close shots, lots of wildlife photography. So I've always wanted one of these telephoto lenses, like a 70 to 300, to be able to really zoom in on wildlife, you know. So this also has a lens hood on it, as you can see. So this sucker will really zoom in, and he hasn't used this as much. This is more of a new, this is like a new condition almost, this lens. So this will really zoom in on the action. Because when I'm out, you know, if I'm in the forest, I mean, you can, there's all kinds of wildlife, you know, far away in the trees or whatever. I mean, this will really be able to zoom in and get some good wildlife and stuff. So I was really excited to get a telephoto lens as well. So, and like I said, I am going to buy a third lens, the 18 to 55 millimeter lens, because that's a really good general purpose lens. And it'd be good to have a third one, and it's a lot smaller than these two, and it's light. So, you know, you can just take it out, you know, if you're not feeling like something bulky and you just want to take some general pictures. So KEH, I think, is a really good site for photography equipment and everything. Cameras, lenses, they got used stuff. So if you want like used, well, I think you said you bought your Sony camera used. You might have gone to KEH, I'm not sure, or eBay. But KEH, you know, is, you know, they go through the camera equipment and the lenses and everything and make sure they're good to go before they sell them. So, but they are a little bit more expensive because they go through it. So yeah, that is the camera equipment, Eugenia. So hope you enjoyed seeing all that. I was beyond excited when I heard my Uncle Harry was gifting me his whole camera equipment setup. So I couldn't even believe it, because he's taken this stuff all over the world. So, and he's like, well, this is going to give you many years of use so you can go on your own adventures and, you know, make memories and take awesome pictures. So I was just elated for that. So yeah, these lens hoods, kind of precarious trying to get them on. There. See, they go backwards so you can store it properly. So let me put this away real quick. So I hope you like seeing the camera, Eugenia. I'd love to check out your camera, you know, that'd be cool if we could, like, you know, check out each other's gear and stuff, you know, and go take pictures. That'd be fun, you know. It'd be like a photography date, you know what I mean? We could film some stuff like that. That'd be cool. So yeah, so that is the camera setup. And now real quick at the end here, I want to show you something cool I got. You know how I love like Christmas villages and everything? Well, I got my first Spooky Town mini house. It's a witch's house. It's like a cobblestone kind of house. Oh, I love it. I'm just hoping soon I can get some more so I can make a Halloween village, kind of like when I do the Christmas village, because I just love villages. I'm just obsessed with them, you know. So I'm hoping to get a couple more. This is going to be a good addition. And I got a little skeleton on a tombstone and everything sitting there. So yeah, here, let me grab the camera and show you. You can see my setup again here. My tree. So, got my pumpkin lit up. So as you can see, Jack and Sally are here. But then that is the witch's cottage right there. And you can see next to it the little skeleton on the tombstone with the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern. And yeah, I love this witch's cottage. It's just awesome. So, you know, I love those old looking, you know, like it's from 1400 or something, or 1500s. So I think that's a really cool house. It's got a skeleton down there and everything. And then you see the witch poking her head out the door there. It does light up, but I don't have the adapter for it. You know, they're selling these houses with no adapters now. Kind of like Apple is not including any charging adapter with their new phones. So now all these companies are not including any of the accessories, and I got to buy a power adapter. So I don't have that for it to light up yet, but I will get it. But yeah, there we go. So I hope you like the video, Eugenia, and yeah, hope you found the camera interesting and all that, and me telling you about it, where it's been. And so I feel like it's kind of like an heirloom, you know. It's like, oh, I'm going to pass this down to you. So it just means a lot that he wanted me to have this, because, you know, photography's meant so much to him his whole life. So it's really awesome that he passed it along to me. And my dad was so excited. He's like, wow, that's amazing. Uncle Harry did this, you know, for you and everything. So, yeah. But anyway, Eugenia, I know it's a long video, but it's been a while since I made a video, so that's okay, you know. So hopefully I can make some more videos now that we're past summer. So, but anyway, yeah, I didn't get to take this over to the coast, to the Redwoods and the coast when I went to Crescent City a few weeks ago. He had just given it to me like 5 days before. I didn't have enough time. I'm still learning the camera. I didn't have enough time to go over everything. Plus, it was probably going to be too much to pack this giant bag around. So I just took my G7X and used that. But hopefully, you know, I can use this, well, not hopefully, I will be using this like on the next trip or whatever. So I want to go to Jacksonville and take some pictures soon with it, just to try it out, you know. So, but anyway, I love you, Eugenia, and hope you have a good day or a good night or both. And I'll see you in my next video. Giving you kisses, and I'm sending you hugs too. So, okay, bye.